Welcome to the new video. My dear friends, it's Noob from Minecraft with you. Today I'm going to make a family building challenge of castle with my friends. And while I will build it, I would like to tell you one interesting story about a family of knights and their adventure in an ancient castle. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Let's build! In the heart of Eldoria stood the Citadel of Eldor, a testament to the glory of the Valerian order. For centuries, this noble family of knights had defended the realm with unwavering courage and honor. The castle itself was a marvel of architecture, its towering walls and majestic towers a symbol of the Valerian legacy. Sir Cedric, the patriarch of the Valerian family, stood at the castle gates, gazing up at its formidable walls. Behind him, his children, Adeline and Edmund, looked on with awe and excitement. They had heard tales of the Citadel of Eldor since they were young, but nothing could prepare them for the sight that greeted them now. As they entered the castle, Sir Cedric recounted the history of their ancestors, who had fought valiantly to protect the kingdom from invaders and dark forces. He spoke of the Code of Valor, a set of principles that guided the knights in their duties and defined their honor. Adeline and Edmund listened intently, eager to learn more about their family's heritage. Inside the castle, they were greeted by the castle steward, a wise old man named Alden. He had served the Valerian family for decades and knew every nook and cranny of the castle. Alden led them through the grand halls and chambers, pointing out the intricate details of the castle's architecture and sharing stories of its past inhabitants. As they walked, Adeline couldn't contain her excitement. She peppered Alden with questions about the castle's history and the adventures of the knights who had lived there. Edmund, on the other hand, listened quietly, taking in every word and committing it to memory. Finally, they reached the heart of the castle, the Great Hall. Here, the portraits of past Valerian knights adorned the walls, their stern gazes a reminder of the honor and duty that defined their lives. Sir Cedric stood before the portraits, a sense of pride swelling in his chest. "This is our legacy," he said, turning to his children. "We are the heirs of this noble tradition, entrusted with the duty of upholding the Code of Valor and defending the realm. Are you ready to take on this responsibility?" Adeline and Edmund nodded solemnly, their eyes filled with determination. They knew that their journey was just beginning, and that they had much to learn about what it truly meant to be a Valerian knight. But they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, for they were the descendants of the Knights of Eldoria, and their legacy would endure for generations to come. In the days that followed their arrival at the Citadel of Eldor, Adeline and Edmund explored every inch of the castle. They marveled at its grandeur and whispered in hushed tones about the secrets it held. But as they ventured deeper into its depths, they began to sense that there was more to the castle than met the eye. One evening, as they wandered through the labyrinthine corridors, they stumbled upon a hidden chamber. Its walls were adorned with ancient runes, their meaning lost to time. Adeline traced her fingers over the symbols, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. "What do you think these mean?" she asked, turning to Edmund. He studied the runes for a moment before shaking his head. "I'm not sure. But I've heard tales of ancient enchantments that were woven into the very fabric of this castle. Perhaps these runes are a part of that magic." As they continued their exploration, they came across more signs of the castle's enchantment. Strange whispers echoed through the halls, and shadows seemed to dance in the corners of their vision. Adeline felt a thrill of excitement, while Edmund remained cautious, his hand never straying far from his sword. Their curiosity led them to the castle library, where they hoped to find answers to their questions. The shelves were lined with dusty tomes, their spines cracked with age. Edmund selected a book at random and began to leaf through its pages, searching for any mention of the castle's enchantment. After hours of searching, he finally found a passage that caught his eye. It spoke of a powerful sorcerer who had once lived in the castle, his magic woven into its very stones. According to the legend, the sorcerer had placed a powerful enchantment on the castle to protect it from harm. Excitedly, Adeline and Edmund shared their discovery with Sir Cedric. He listened intently, his brow furrowed in thought. "If there is indeed an enchantment on this castle, then we must tread carefully," he said. "Magic can be a powerful ally, but it can also be a dangerous foe. We must learn more about this enchantment before we proceed. Determined to uncover the truth, the Valerian family set out to unravel the mysteries of the enchanted castle, unaware of the challenges that lay ahead. As the Valerian family delved deeper into the mysteries of the enchanted castle, they encountered a series of trials that tested their courage and resolve. Each trial seemed to be linked to a different aspect of the castle's enchantment, and overcoming them would require all of their skills and determination. The first trial they faced was a test of strength. Deep within the castle, they found themselves in a chamber filled with ancient artifacts and relics. At the center of the chamber stood a massive stone statue, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. "This statue must be the guardian of this chamber," Sir Cedric remarked, eyeing the statue warily. "To proceed, we must prove our strength." Adeline stepped forward, her eyes gleaming with determination. "I'll go first," she declared, her voice echoing in the chamber. With a mighty heave, she pushed against the statue, straining with all her might. Slowly but surely, the statue began to budge, its stone form grinding against the floor.
Hello friends, it is me, Pro from Minecraft. I'm happy to see you again. My friend Noob made very cool castle, but I will try to build it even more interesting. And while I do this, I will continue to tell you a cool story about our knights. Also like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's start building. With a final effort, Adeline managed to move the statue aside, revealing a hidden passage beyond. The next trial tested their wits, in a chamber filled with riddles and puzzles. They had to use their intelligence to unlock the secrets of the castle. Edmund, with his sharp mind and quick thinking, led the way, solving each puzzle with ease. Finally, they faced a trial of courage, deep within the bowels of the castle. They encountered a fearsome creature, its eyes blazing with malice. Sir Cedric drew his sword, ready to defend his family. But before he could strike, Adeline stepped forward, her voice steady and unwavering. "We mean you no harm," she said to the creature. "We seek only to uncover the truth of this castle." To their surprise, the creature nodded, its hostility melting away. It revealed itself to be a guardian spirit, tasked with protecting the castle from those who would seek to do it harm. Impressed by their bravery and determination, the spirit offered them its assistance in their quest. With the trials behind them, the Valerian family continued their journey through the castle. Their bond stronger than ever, they had proven themselves worthy of the castle's secrets, and now, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As they ventured deeper into the heart of the castle, the Valerian family uncovered more of its secrets. They discovered hidden chambers filled with treasures of old, each with its own story to tell. Among the treasures, they found ancient scrolls and tomes that spoke of the castle's history and the powerful magic that had once dwelled within its walls. One particular scroll caught their attention. It spoke of a hidden chamber deep within the castle, a chamber that held the key to unlocking the castle's true power. Determined to find this chamber, they searched every inch of the castle, following clues and unraveling riddles left behind by the castle's creators. Finally, after days of searching, they stumbled upon a hidden passage concealed behind a tapestry. As they entered the chamber beyond, they were greeted by a sight that took their breath away. The chamber was filled with ancient artifacts and magical relics, each pulsing with an otherworldly energy. In the center of the chamber stood a pedestal, upon which rested a glowing crystal. Sir Cedric approached the crystal, his eyes filled with wonder. He reached out to touch it, and as his fingers made contact, the crystal began to glow even brighter. Suddenly, the chamber was filled with a blinding light. and the Valorian family found themselves transported to another realm. They stood in a place that seemed to exist outside of time and space, surrounded by swirling mists and shimmering lights. "This must be the heart of the castle," Sir Cedric said, his voice filled with awe. "Here, the castle's true power is revealed." As they explored this mysterious realm, they discovered that it held the answers to many of their questions. They learned of the castle's origins, of the ancient sorcerer who had created it, and of the powerful enchantments that had been woven into its very fabric. But they also learned of a great danger that threatened the castle and the realm itself. A darkness was stirring, a force of pure malevolence that sought to corrupt the castle and use its power for its own nefarious purposes. Realizing the gravity of the situation, the Valorian family knew that they had to act quickly. They had to find a way to protect the castle and the realm from this dark threat, or else everything they had fought for would be lost. With renewed determination, they set out to confront the darkness and restore peace to the castle once and for all. As they prepared to face the darkness that threatened the castle and the realm, Sir Cedric reminded his children of the Knight's Code, the set of principles that guided the Valorian Order. The code emphasized virtues such as courage, honor, and loyalty, values that had been passed down through generations of Valorian knights. "It is our duty to uphold the Knight's Code," Sir Cedric said, his voice firm. "No matter what challenges lie ahead, we must remain true to these principles." Adeline and Edmund nodded, their resolve strengthened by their father's words. They knew that they were about to face the greatest challenge of their lives, but they were ready. Armed with the knowledge they had gained from their journey through the castle, the Valorian family set out to confront the darkness. They ventured into the deepest, darkest parts of the castle, where the malevolent force was said to reside. As they traveled deeper into the castle's depths, they encountered twisted creatures and shadowy apparitions, all under the influence of the dark force. But the Valorian family pressed on, their determination unwavering. Finally, they reached the heart of the darkness, a chamber shrouded in blackness. As they entered, they were met with a chilling sight, a figure cloaked in shadow, its eyes gleaming with malice. "You dare to challenge me?" the figure hissed, its voice cold and menacing. "We do," Sir Cedric replied, stepping forward. "We are the Valorian Order, and we will not stand idly by while you threaten our home and our people." With a roar, the darkness lashed out at them, but the Valorian family stood their ground. They fought with all their might, using their skills and knowledge to combat the darkness. Slowly, but surely, they began to gain the upper hand. As they fought, they remembered the lessons they had learned from their journey through the castle, the trials that had tested their strength, the puzzles that had challenged their wits, and the courage that had seen them through the darkest of times. With each blow they struck, they felt the power of the Knight's Code coursing through their veins. Finally, with a final, decisive blow, they vanquished the darkness. As the chamber filled with light once more, the Valorian family knew that they had succeeded in their quest. The castle was safe, and the realm was free from the threat of darkness. As they emerged from the chamber, they were greeted by cheers and applause from the castle's inhabitants. They had proven themselves to be true knights, worthy of the legacy of the Valorian Order. And as they looked out over the castle and the realm beyond, they knew that their adventure was just beginning. They had faced their fears, conquered the darkness, and emerged victorious. The Knight's Code had guided them through their trials, and it would continue to be their guiding light as they faced whatever challenges the future held. With the darkness vanquished and the castle safe once more, the Valorian family turned their attention to restoring the castle to its former glory. But as they began their work, they noticed that the shadows in the halls seemed to linger, as if reluctant to leave. Adeline and Edmund, ever curious, set out to investigate the lingering shadows. They explored every corner of the castle, searching for clues that might explain their strange behavior. As they delved deeper into the castle's history, they uncovered a startling revelation. Centuries ago, a powerful sorcerer had been imprisoned within the castle by the ancient knights. His dark magic had threatened to consume the realm, and only by imprisoning him within the castle walls had they been able to contain his power. But now, with the darkness defeated, the sorcerer's influence was waning, and he was seeking a way to break free from his prison. The lingering shadows were a sign of his growing power, a warning that he was regaining strength. Realizing the danger that the sorcerer posed, Sir Cedric called upon the Knights of the Realm to aid them in their fight. Together, they worked tirelessly to strengthen the castle's defenses and prepare for the sorcerer's inevitable escape. As the days passed, the shadows grew darker, and the castle seemed to groan under the weight of the sorcerer's power. The Valorian family knew that they had to act quickly if they were to prevent him from breaking free. Finally, the day of reckoning arrived. the sorcerer unleashed his full power, causing the castle to shake and tremble, but the Valorian family stood firm, their resolve unshaken, with the knights by their side. They confronted the sorcerer in a battle that would decide the fate of the realm. The battle raged on, with the sorcerer unleashing wave after wave of dark magic, but the Valorian family fought back with everything they had, using their skills and knowledge to counter his every move. As the battle reached its climax, the sorcerer's power began to wane. With a final, desperate cry, he unleashed one last burst of energy, but it was no match for the combined strength of the Valorian family and the Knights of the Realm. With a triumphant shout, Sir Cedric struck the final blow, banishing the sorcerer's spirit from the castle once and for all. As the last echoes of the sorcerer's cries faded away, the shadows in the halls began to dissipate, and the castle was bathed in a warm, golden light. The Valorian family had emerged victorious once again, their courage and determination shining brightly. And as they looked out over the castle and the realm beyond, they knew that they had earned their place in history as true heroes of Eldoria. With the sorcerer vanquished and the castle restored to its former glory, peace returned to the realm of Eldoria. The Valorian family was hailed as heroes, their names celebrated throughout the land. But even in the midst of their triumph, they knew that their work was not yet done. Rumors began to spread of a new threat on the horizon, a darkness unlike any they had faced before. This darkness was said to be ancient, older than the castle itself, and it sought to consume everything in its path. Sir Cedric knew that they could not afford to underestimate this new threat. Gathering his family and the Knights of the Realm once more, he prepared for the coming siege of darkness. As they fortified the castle and trained for battle, Adeline and Edmund felt a sense of unease settling over them. They knew that the coming battle would be their greatest challenge yet, and they wondered if they were truly prepared for what lay ahead. But as the days passed and the darkness drew nearer, they found strength in each other, and in the bonds they had forged with the knights. Together, they stood ready to face whatever the darkness had in store for them. Finally, the day of the siege arrived. The darkness descended upon the castle like a shroud, its tendrils reaching out to envelop everything in their path. But the Valorian family and the knights stood firm, their determination unyielding. The battle that followed was fierce and relentless. The darkness seemed to have no end, its forces overwhelming in their numbers, but the Valorian family fought on, refusing to give in to despair. As the battle raged on, Adeline and Edmund found themselves at the forefront of the fight, with their father by their side. They led the knights in a valiant effort to push back the darkness. Hour after hour, they fought on, their spirits unbroken. But just as it seemed that they might be overwhelmed, a new light appeared on the horizon, the first rays of dawn. As the light grew stronger, the darkness began to retreat, its power waning in the face of the rising sun. The Valorian family and the knights fought with renewed vigor, driving the darkness back until it was finally vanquished. As the last remnants of the darkness faded away, the castle was bathed in the warm light of the sun. The Valorian family and the knights stood victorious, their courage and determination shining brightly. As they looked out over the realm of Eldoria, they knew that they had earned their place in history as true defenders of the realm. And as they celebrated their hard-won victory, they knew that they would always be ready to face whatever challenges the future held. Together as a family and as knights of the realm, with the darkness vanquished and peace restored to the realm, the Valorian family and the Knights of Eldoria turned their attention to rebuilding and strengthening their defenses. They knew that the threat of darkness would always linger on the horizon, but they were determined to be ready for whatever challenges lay ahead. As they worked tirelessly to rebuild the castle and the realm, Adeline and Edmund reflected on their journey. They had grown stronger and wiser through their trials, and they knew that they had become true keepers of the Valorian legacy.
I'm happy to see you again, my friends. It's me, Hacker from Minecraft. My friend Pro have made some very interesting castle build, but we should show them how real professionals build it. And while I'm building, I'll continue to tell you the breathtaking story. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Sir Cedric, too, felt a sense of pride as he watched his children and the knights work together to rebuild. He knew that the future of Eldoria was in good hands, and that the legacy of the Valorian Order would endure for generations to come. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, the realm of Eldoria began to thrive once more. The people were filled with hope and optimism, knowing that they were protected by the brave knights of the Valorian Order. But just as they thought that their troubles were behind them, a new challenge arose. Rumors began to spread of a dragon that had been sighted near the borders of the realm, its fiery breath laying waste to everything in its path. Sir Cedric knew that they could not ignore this new threat. Gathering his children and the knights once more, he prepared for a new adventure, knowing that the legacy of the Valorian Order would once again be put to the test. As they set out to confront the dragon, Adeline and Edmund felt a familiar sense of excitement and determination. They knew that they were ready for whatever challenges lay ahead, and that they would face them together as a family and as knights of the realm. And as they rode out to meet the dragon, their hearts filled with courage and hope. They knew that they were ready to continue the legacy of the Valorian Order, no matter what adventures awaited them in the future. As they approached the dragon's lair, the Valorian family and the knights could feel the air crackling with tension. The dragon's roars echoed through the mountains, sending shivers down their spines, but they were undeterred, their determination burning as bright as the dragon's fiery breath. Sir Cedric led the charge, his sword gleaming in the sunlight. Adeline and Edmund followed closely behind, their eyes fixed on the dragon's lair. The knights formed a protective circle around them, their shields raised and their resolve unwavering. As they entered the lair, the dragon emerged from the shadows, its scales glinting in the dim light. Its eyes locked onto the intruders, filled with a mix of curiosity and menace. But the Valorian family stood their ground, ready to face the beast head-on. The battle that followed was fierce and intense. The dragon unleashed torrents of fire, its claws slashing through the air with deadly precision. But the Valorian family and the knights fought back with all their might, using their skills and courage to outmaneuver the beast. Adeline and Edmund fought side by side, their bond as siblings and as knights stronger than ever. They dodged the dragon's attacks, searching for an opening to strike. Sir Cedric led the charge, his experience and wisdom guiding their every move. As the battle raged on, the dragon's fury seemed to know no bounds. But the Valorian family and the knights fought with a determination born of their desire to protect their home and their people. They knew that they could not falter now, not when so much was at stake. Finally, with a mighty roar, the dragon launched one final attack. But Sir Cedric, Adeline, and Edmund were ready. With a coordinated effort, they struck the dragon with all their might, their swords finding their mark. With a deafening roar, the dragon fell, its body crashing to the ground in a cloud of dust and debris. The Valorian family and the knights stood victorious, their hearts filled with pride and relief. As they looked out over the realm of Eldoria, they knew that they had once again proven themselves to be true defenders of the realm. The legacy of the Valorian Order had endured, and it would continue to endure for generations to come. And as they rode back to the castle, their heads held high and their spirits soaring, they knew that whatever challenges the future held, they would face them together, as a family and as knights of the realm. As they returned to the castle, they were greeted with cheers and applause from the people of Eldoria. The news of their victory spread quickly throughout the realm, and soon, the Valorian family and the knights were hailed as heroes once more. But amidst the celebrations, Sir Cedric knew that their work was far from over. The dragon had been a formidable foe, but there were other threats that lurked in the shadows, waiting to test their mettle. With renewed determination, Sir Cedric and his family continued to lead the Knights of Eldoria, ensuring that the realm remained safe and prosperous. They knew that the legacy of the Valorian Order was more than just a title, it was a responsibility, one that they would uphold with honor and courage. As the years passed, Adeline and Edmund grew into strong and capable leaders, each embodying the virtues of knighthood that had been passed down to them. Together with their father, they protected the realm from countless threats, earning the respect and admiration of all who knew them. And as they looked out over the realm of Eldoria, they knew that their adventures were far from over. There would always be new challenges to face, new battles to fight, and new legends to be forged. But no matter what the future held, they were ready, for they were the Valorian family, keepers of the Knightly Chronicles, and their legacy would endure for generations to come. As the years passed, a new mystery began to unfold in the realm of Eldoria. Rumors started to spread about a secret world inhabited by wizard dragons, ancient creatures of immense power and wisdom, according to the tales. This hidden realm held the key to unlocking even greater magical knowledge and abilities. Intrigued by these rumors, Sir Cedric and his family embarked on a quest to uncover the truth behind the legend of the wizard dragons. They gathered a group of brave knights and set out on a journey that would take them beyond the borders of Eldoria, into uncharted territories and unknown dangers. Their quest led them through treacherous forests, across vast plains, and over towering mountains. Along the way, they encountered many challenges and obstacles, but they pressed on, driven by their thirst for knowledge and adventure. Finally, after many days of travel, they arrived at the entrance to the secret world of the wizard dragons. As they ventured deeper into the realm, they were greeted by a breathtaking sight, majestic dragons of every color and size, each radiating an aura of ancient wisdom and power. The leader of the wizard dragons, a wise old dragon named Dragoner, welcomed them to his realm. He explained that the wizard dragons were the guardians of ancient knowledge and magic, and that they had been watching over the realm of Eldoria for centuries. Dragoner offered to share his knowledge with Sir Cedric and his family. Knowing that they were worthy of such wisdom, he taught them the secrets of ancient spells and enchantments, and guided them in harnessing the magic that lay dormant within them. As they spent time in the realm of the wizard dragons, Sir Cedric, Adeline, and Edmund learned about the true nature of magic and its connection to the world around them. They discovered that magic was not just a tool for wielding power, but a force that flowed through all living things, connecting them in ways they had never imagined. Armed with this newfound knowledge, the Valorian family returned to Eldoria, their minds filled with possibilities. They knew that they had uncovered only a fraction of the secrets hidden within the realm of the wizard dragons, but they were eager to continue their quest for knowledge and adventure. With the wisdom of the wizard dragons guiding them, Sir Cedric, Adeline, and Edmund continued to protect the realm of Eldoria, using their newfound magical abilities to defend against any threats that arose. And as they looked out over the realm, they knew that their adventures were far from over, for the realm of Eldoria was filled with endless mysteries waiting to be discovered. As they continued their adventures, the Valorian family and the Knights of Eldoria delved deeper into the mysteries of magic, honing their newfound abilities and learning from the wizard dragons. With each passing day, their skills grew stronger, and their understanding of the magical forces that bound the realm deepened. But as their knowledge expanded, so too did their awareness of the dangers that lurked beyond the borders of Eldoria. Dark forces, drawn by the power of the wizard dragons, began to stir, threatening to unleash chaos upon the realm. Sir Cedric knew that they could not ignore this new threat. Drawing upon the wisdom of the wizard dragons, he devised a plan to protect Eldoria from the impending darkness. He called upon the knights to stand by his side once more, ready to defend their home with all their might. Together, they embarked on a quest to gather allies from neighboring realms, seeking out those who shared their commitment to preserving peace and harmony. Their journey took them far and wide, through lands both familiar and unknown, as they sought to build a coalition capable of standing against the darkness. As they traveled, they encountered many challenges, facing fierce opposition from those who sought to exploit the growing unrest for their own gain. But Sir Cedric and his allies remained steadfast, their determination unwavering in the face of adversity. Finally, after many trials and tribulations, they succeeded in forging a powerful alliance, uniting the realms under a common banner. Together, they stood ready to face the darkness that threatened to engulf their world, their spirits undaunted by the magnitude of the task ahead. As they prepared for the coming battle, the Valorian family and their allies drew strength from the wisdom of the wizard dragons, knowing that they carried with them the knowledge and power of ages past. With their newfound allies by their side, they awaited the inevitable clash with the forces of darkness, ready to defend their home and the legacy of the Valorian order with every ounce of their being. With the alliance forged and their ranks bolstered by warriors from distant lands, Sir Cedric and his companions returned to Eldoria. The realm was abuzz with anticipation as news of their success spread far and wide. In the heart of the castle, Sir Cedric convened a council of war, bringing together the leaders of the allied realms to plan their strategy. The air was tense with the weight of their impending battle, but the resolve of the gathered leaders was unwavering. Together, they pored over maps and scrolls, devising a plan that would take the fight to the heart of the darkness. Each leader contributed their wisdom and expertise, pooling their resources and knowledge to create a strategy that would give them the best chance of victory. As the council drew to a close, Sir Cedric addressed the assembled leaders, his voice ringing with conviction. "We stand on the brink of a great battle, one that will test our courage and resolve. But united, we are strong, and together, we will prevail." With a renewed sense of purpose, the leaders leaders dispersed to prepare their forces for the coming conflict. As they worked tirelessly to ready themselves, the people of Eldoria looked to the sky with hope, knowing that their champions were preparing to face the darkness head-on. As the sun rose on the day of battle, the forces of the Light Realms gathered on the fields outside the castle. Banners fluttered in the breeze, each one a symbol of the unity that had been forged in the face of adversity. Sir Cedric rode at the head of the Valorian Knights, his children by his side. The Knights of Eldoria marched in formation behind them, their armor gleaming in the morning light. Alongside them stood the warriors of the Light Realms, a formidable force ready to face whatever lay ahead. As they advanced towards the darkness, a hush fell over the battlefield. The air crackled with tension, the silence broken only by the pounding of hooves and the clanking of armor in the distance. The darkness loomed, a swirling mass of shadow and malice. With a thunderous roar, the darkness surged forward, its forces pouring forth like a tide. The clash was fierce and chaotic, the sound of steel against steel filling the air. Adeline and Edmund fought with all their might, their swords flashing in the sunlight. They moved as one, their movements fluid and precise, a testament to their years of training and experience. Sir Cedric led the charge, his sword blazing with magical energy with each swing. He cleaved through the darkness, his determination unwavering. As the battle raged on, the Valorian family and their allies fought with all their strength, pushing back against the darkness with every ounce of their being. They knew that the fate of Eldoria hung in the balance, and they were determined to emerge victorious. As the sun began to set on the battlefield, the forces of darkness began to falter. The Valorian family and their allies pressed their advantage, driving the darkness back with renewed vigor. With a final, decisive blow, Sir Cedric struck down the leader of the darkness, his sword shining with the power of 1,000 suns. As the darkness dissipated, a sense of peace settled over the battlefield. The Valorian family and their allies stood victorious, their spirits lifted by their hard-won triumph. The people of Eldoria cheered their champions, their voices echoing across the land. As the dust settled, Sir Cedric turned to his children, a proud smile on his face. "We have defended our home and our people," he said, "but our work is far from over. There will always be new challenges to face, new battles to fight, but as long as we stand together, we can overcome anything." With that, the Valorian family and their allies began the work of rebuilding, their spirits buoyed by the knowledge that they had emerged from the darkness stronger than ever before. And as they looked out over the realm of Eldoria,
Wow, what cool buildings my friends have made. I like them very much, and you, I hope so too. So, I should also show them how to make a castle building. Well, at the same time, I will continue the story. In the aftermath of the battle, the Valorian family and their allies turned their attention to rebuilding Eldoria. The realm had suffered greatly during the conflict, and it would take time and effort to restore it to its former glory. As they worked tirelessly to repair the damage, whispers began to spread of a new threat on the horizon. Rumors spoke of a powerful sorcerer who had risen to power in a distant land, his dark magic threatening to engulf the entire realm in darkness once more. Sir Cedric knew that they could not ignore this new threat. Gathering his family and the Knights of Eldoria, he prepared for a new adventure, knowing that the fate of the realm once again hung in the balance.